670 WOCA.
Ocala. Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Why don't you love me like I know you could?
She does love you. What's the matter with you? 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, Kelli Hart is here, the effervescent Kelli Hart, and we're going to do Ocala Magazine Radio now. Kelli is the executive editor of Ocala Magazine, and she has a guest today. Come on, Kelli, how you doing?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. 3rd of July. It's the Christmas of summer.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, and it's very exciting. I'm sure everybody's very excited about long weekends. I've seen all over social media, everybody's got their plans, and they're either off today or they're off Monday. And I guess that's been kind of the debate. What do you do?
Yeah, right.
Do you take today off for Monday? I say take them both.
Take half today, half Monday.
Take them both. Celebrate your freedom as much as you possibly can. I do have a guest today, and I'm really going to kind of let him steal the show because what he's going to talk about is political in nature.
Uh-huh. And we never get political on this show.
No, never, never, never. But he has all the information. He has written a story. It's Harold Thomas Beck, Dr. Beck, you can call him. And he has worked alongside Ocala Magazine. I'll give you a little bio about Dr. Beck. He is the author of 10 books, hundreds of short stories, thousands of magazine and newspaper articles, founder and first president of Corn Planter College in New York. He is the CEO of Mountain Laurel Publishing Corporation, best known locally for teaching English Comp, creative writing, American Lit, and some other courses at local colleges. And today, and the reason that he's here is because he is the National Director of PREM, P-R-E-M, stands for Patients' Rights to Excellent Medicine. And he has written for us, which you will all read in our July issue of Ocala Magazine, a fantastic article titled What the Media Isn't Telling You About ICE, because we've been hearing all of these things unfold about the Institute of Cardiovascular Excellence and Dr. Kummer. And there's a lot more going on that the media is not telling you. And gratefully, we have Dr. Beck to have written this story for us so that we can present to you some of those things that are not being told. So I'm gonna turn it over to Dr. Beck and let him first kind of tell you how PREM was formed and its purpose, and then go into the story about some of these things that people need to know. Good morning.
Right, nice to meet you, Dr. Beck.
Nice to meet you. I want to preface everything saying I've already lost a Facebook friend this morning because I announced I was going to be on here, and the purpose of it was to call Medicare on account. And a lady said, Medicare is the reason why I'm alive. I've got cancer in my brain, and they're keeping me alive. And wow, how dare you go after Medicare? I'm not going after Medicare so they'll stop treating this lady. I'm going after Medicare because they've become a bureaucracy, which is, have you ever read the book Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand?
Yes, I have.
Well, that's what we have here.
Yeah.
We have the bureaucracy holding down the exceptional at the in order to promote the mediocre and the average. And what we have here in Ocala is an exceptional man with an exceptional organization that has come under attack, that being Dr. Asad Kummer and ICE, the Institute of Cardiovascular Excellence. It was a completely new concept by a very intelligent man, and he has put himself on the radar by being so successful.
Wow. Well, I'm refreshed to hear that we're going to hear somebody being defended like that. That's great. That's awesome.
Well, and PREM was an idea that was formed locally, but basically since we've started this thing, and we haven't been publicizing, this is the very first public rolling out of PREM anywhere.
Right.
But already we've got people coming to us wanting to donate, want to be part of this, because this is going on all over the country. They're picking on the best of the best and trying to hold them down for some reason.
So that's what I want to know. Why? What's the ulterior motive?
The best I can feel is Medicare needs money. If you go ahead and start holding up payments on your larger institutions, your larger people, that you can get away with it, you can't do it to a local hospital. But you certainly can do it to the individual. And go ahead.
I'm sorry, Bud, because
go ahead.
I can't imagine anybody not knowing the situation with Dr. Kummer, but there may be those who don't know. So do you want to just take a few minutes and kind of lay out for people listening what the allegations are to begin with, or why now Prim is a necessity and a way to defend Dr. Kummer?
Well, first of all, when Dr. Kummer built a practice out of nothing. It was him, a couple nurses, and in the past 10, 15 years, they have 24,000 patients. Imagine that.
Wow.
And
there's got to be a reason for that.
well, this is a man that works from 8 o'clock in the morning till well after midnight. When he's seeing patients, and he'll see patients on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and he's in the cath lab on Monday and Thursday. But when he's seeing patients, he goes nonstop. And I've read an article where they're saying he's overbilling, he's charging for 28 hours in a 24-hour day. Well, the person that's writing the article doesn't know what the hell he's talking about to begin with. And I'm going to be emphatic here, too. I won't go over the edge, but I'll be emphatic.
Yeah, you got to.
But he doesn't know
Hell is about as hard as it gets.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I apologize for saying that. But anyway, I really don't. But anyway, the fact of the matter,
really
he doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right.
And he hasn't done his research.
Do you want to name him?
Yeah, Fred Hires.
Okay.
Fred Hires of the Ocala Star-Banner.
Okay.
And I'm prepared to talk to him anytime, on the air, off the air, whenever.
Okay.
But he has a problem. He's not reporting the facts. And just because you report part of the fact does not mitigate you, does not release you from libel, because you're in essence lying.
So why would a local journalist do that then? What would the motive for that?
Well, think about it. This is the place where Lee Farkas got taken down by a whistleblower.
Right.
And this is a potential Pulitzer Prize winning article. If you can take down a big game person like Dr. Kummer.
Okay.
If you take down the biggest guy on the block, you become a hero. Everybody wants to be Woodward and Bernstein.
Okay, the good point. So the article is in Ocala magazine?
It will be out in our July issue,
okay,
which will be out the first part of next week.
You're going to have a hot issue.
Yeah, well, you know, we've written...
I mean, they're all great, but this is going to be hot in a different way.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, we're with the media, and we get that, and we understand that sometimes controversy and sometimes those types of topics can be of interest. I mean, turn on any news channel, and if it's something that's extreme out there, that's what people are watching. And, so we get that. But Ocala Magazine has a reputation for making sure that when we do report something, that we do have our facts in line. We can't support or not support one person or the other, but we do have the responsibility of presenting the truth. And so if it's not being done in other outlets, and we have an opportunity to kind of debunk some of those things, or at least spell it out in its totality, then we feel like we have the platform and the responsibility.
Are the allegations against Dr. Kummer completely financial, or are there any practice questions?
Well, let's take something simple that was published in the paper the past couple weeks. Dr. Kummer is not allowed to see patients. That was published in the Ocala Star-Banner, written by Fred Hires. Dr. Kummer is seeing patients every day. That's a lie. No way to sugarcoat it. I can't say it's an untruth. It's an out-and-out lie. Dr. Kummer is seeing patients, and he's treating patients. But when you put that in the newspaper, you're immediately scaring people.
Right.
I mean, all these old people, I mean, I'm old, but you're talking about people that are by themselves. They depend on what they read or what they see, hear. And when you start putting that out there, you're scaring people, and you're ruining people's lives, and we can't do that. There has to be some responsibility, and we're going to call them on account.
We need to take a little break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back with Kelly and Dr. Beck. What was your first name again, Doctor? I'm sorry?
Harold.
Dr. Harold Beck. Okay. We'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine will mix with clouds today. We'll see a thunderstorm this afternoon. High of 90 to 94 and a shower thunderstorm in the area tonight. Otherwise partly cloudy. Low 72 to 77. Tomorrow, sunny to partly cloudy. Thunderstorm around for the afternoon. High of 90 to 93. And another thunderstorm in parts of the area for Sunday along with some sunshine. High of 88 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Who doesn't love heading out on the boat with a family, hitting the ATV trails with friends, or blazing new stretches of highway with riding buddies? Your toys are your ticket to outdoor fun. At the McDonald Allstate Agency, we get to know you and help make sure you have all the right coverages. Plus, when you bundle your coverage for your car and your home with your boat, motorcycle, RV, or more, you can save up to 30%. So call the McDonald Allstate Agency today at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations at Calla Hills or the Jasmine Square Plaza.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
R&D Tactical Solutions, Ocala's indoor gun range. 12 climate-controlled state-of-the-art lanes. R&D Tactical Solutions, full retail store, everything from firearms to CCW classes. Located next to the Supervisor of Elections. Open 9 to 7 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturdays, and 10 to 4 Sundays. Call 622-7468. R&D Tactical Solutions, Ocala's indoor gun range. Call 622-7468.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
18 minutes after 10 o'clock. Beautiful looking July 3rd, Friday. Tomorrow, 4th of July. Yes. Kelli Hart is here. We've got our own fireworks in here right now.
Don't we?
With
yes.
Dr. Harold Beck.
Yes, we absolutely do. And I want Dr. Beck to explain to people what the purpose of PREM is. That's the Patient's Rights to Excellent Medicine. So, Dr. Beck, tell us, what is the purpose? I mean, what is PREM's goal in all of this?
We're going to go after Medicare. We're going to go after the 2 whistleblowers, and we're going to go after the people that are spreading falsehoods about Dr. Kummer and ICE. We have legal standing. We are being damaged, one, by the whistleblowers who attempted to take down ICE. One is a pot-smoking doctor, and believe me, I don't hold anything against anybody who smokes pot, but I do have a problem with a doctor who's smoking pot while he's treating patients. And the other one was an incompetent person who didn't know how to properly handle ICE's billing. So because they were damaged by ICE, because they were removed because of their incompetence or lack of professionalism, they became whistleblowers with an attempt to make money.
Can I put you at task for a second? Because you just said something that could be libelous.
Okay.
All right. You said that he was smoking pot and doing medical procedures. You haven't named him, so far we're okay.
I'm not going to name him.
But do you have a way of proving that?
Yes.
Okay. How do you prove something like that?
The people that saw him.
So it's hearsay.
It's not hearsay. If they actually saw him and they reported it to me and I'm writing about it.
But I mean, it's hearsay from your perspective.
Yes.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
No, you're not. You're right. I understand.
I'm just keeping us under check because we don't want to have a libel lawsuit.
I'm with you. I understand. And we're prepared to back it up in a court of law with this. So when I say that, I say it with certainty. And at the same time, we have the right to go after Medicare because Medicare is harming us. Medicare is attempting to take away our doctor. You see me walking on a cane? I walked today because of Dr. Kummer. I was in a wheelchair. I have Lou Gehrig's disease from the Vietnam War, from Agent Orange. And when I was diagnosed, I was given 1.5 years to live.
Wow.
And Dr. Kummer was my cardiologist at the time because one of the side effects was a heart murmur. And he got me out of the wheelchair, and I'm here today. So I'm going to defend the man that saved my life.
Well, I'm all for defending the guy.
Yeah.
I've always wondered about this whole thing, too, and it is nice to hear another side to it because we hadn't heard any other side.
Sure.
So.
Well, and I think a lot of times people don't want to hear the other side. They like hearing...
Well, because you trust the media.
Well, you do trust the media. I mean, it's sad. There's, in fact, just the other day, yesterday, the day before, I had reposted something. I didn't do diligence on it, so I saw it. And with all these things going on with the new rights and gay marriage and things of that nature, I saw something that upset me and reposted it, and it turned out to be one of those bogus sites or whatever. Right. So we do. We get very trusting. We get surrounded in the chaos of what's going on, the hot topics, and we get so emotional about it and invested in it that we do. We want to believe it. And so I think it's great because, like he said, what's happening, I mean, it has to play out, obviously. It has to go through all of its measures. Dr. Kummer has to prove himself just like Medicaid or Medicare would have to prove themselves as well. But in the meantime, the people that work there and the patients that are trusting in ICE and Dr. Kummer himself, his family, and the people around him, they are being affected. I mean, anytime you're being accused of something like this, especially something grandiose as this, it's going to affect you. And the sad part is, in the end, it can be totally bogus, totally innocent, and people sometimes will still not even... It's like they're unable. It's kind of like when you tell a jury, hey, you didn't hear that. Now I have. So
can I compare it to something without? I'm not going to name a name, but I think you know this dentist. There's a dentist in town that's raked across the coals by local moms.
Yes.
So we're all aware of it because we have our own media now called Facebook.
Right.
And so through Facebook, everybody's saying, oh my gosh, we got to be careful who we go to because this is coming from moms.
Right.
Now that's the people I trust is the moms.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to our children.
Sure.
Right? So in this case, it sounds like there is no average citizen picking on Kummer. Is that how you pronounce his name?
That's right, Kummer.
I never knew how to pronounce his name, by the way. It's Q-A-M-A-R, right?
Yeah, and it's pronounced like C-O-M-E-E-R.
Okay.
Kummer.
So we haven't heard like the Facebook chatter like we did with this dentist.
Sure.
We haven't heard the average person having a hard time.
That's because the people who Dr. Kummer helps are generally elderly people who aren't on Facebook, or if they are, they're on with their children and that.
Yeah, right.
And so we're not readily exposed to them. I'm probably going to be the most vocal of the whole bunch because of what he's done for me, and I know a lot of other people that he's helped likewise.
And what he's being accused of isn't physical damage. It's
financial.
It's financial damage,
Right.
And so sometimes we have a harder time maybe associating that. I mean, if you're a mom and your child went in to see a dentist and came out doped up and all these crowns and unnecessary things, I mean, there's physical damage there. So that, I think, accelerates your level of intensity and wanting to then be vocal
about it.
But
going back to Dr. Kummer for a minute, very simply, for a man that works 28 hours a day, and the man literally does work like that, and you're talking about $18, $19, $20 million billing a year, there's going to be some mistakes. I'm sure that his bookkeeping is not perfect.
So all of the accusations actually come from Medicaid or Medicare?
Well, it came first through the whistleblower saying he was padding his accounts. He was performing unnecessary procedures.
Okay.
And when you read the article, they're saying, well, based on what Medicare's guidelines are, he's working 25 hours in a 24-hour day because they time their procedures. How can you time a procedure when you go into somebody's heart? How can you time a procedure when you're inserting something into somebody's veins or putting a stent in an artery? How do you time that? If it takes 3 hours, it takes 3 hours.
So in other words, they're going by the book. They're saying this takes 3 hours. He's taking 4 because he's a little bit more meticulous maybe than the next guy. Okay,
exactly.
I got you. All right.
And that's what we're up against here. And he became vulnerable because he works so hard, because he sees so many patients. This is a man that doesn't turn anybody away. And he's being criticized because he didn't actively go after the 20% that Medicare doesn't cover. He bills you, but if you don't pay, he's not going to be calling you at dinner time saying, "Where's my money?"
Wow, I like hearing somebody being defended.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's a great article. I encourage everybody to be looking for that. It will be online, so ocalamagazine.com. You'll be able to see our digital edition here shortly if it's not already up and running, so that you can see that article. And I think it's important, if you've been following along and you've taken the time to read what have been printed or said in other media sources, then, it behooves you to want to read this, because at least you're getting both sides. You're getting a full story, and it may create a dialogue and hopefully present a little bit of doubt, if you've totally bought into this idea that Dr. Kummer is, a monster, or he's doing these illegal things, maybe at least open it back up.
So I want to point something else out, too, to write on what Kelly said, too, because a lot of people say, oh, well, this is Ocala Magazine sticking up for an advertiser. That is in fact not the fact, because the people from Ocala Magazine at the time when Dr. Kummer was a big advertiser with us left and went to another magazine. So they're the people that are the big advertisers, and they refuse to defend Dr. Kummer. We're defending Dr. Kummer because it's the right thing to do. I'm a patient of Dr. Kummer. Linda Marks is a patient of Dr. Kummer. She does not want to see Dr. Kummer out of business.
Okay.
She doesn't want to lose her doctor.
So maybe he should advertise with the Star Banner. They'd leave him alone.
You would think so.
Well, and what is being said is fact, right or wrong. I mean, we have a reputation for reporting and writing about what is the truth.
It's good
and
stuff.
So, when it comes to politics and things of this nature, fortunately, Ocala Magazine is able to separate our personal standpoints and views from things that are our moral obligation to report.
The gentleman outside just gave us a big thumbs up. He agreed with us.
Absolutely. Well, I encourage everybody to pick the issue up. Like I said, it'll be out in print the first part of next week. Look for it online at ocalamagazine.com. Like us on Facebook. It's also our 40 under 40 issue, which is a huge deal. Everyone waits for that, each year. And we've started kind of showcasing one by one who our 40 under 40 is on social media. So you're getting a little
So two reasons why the magazine would be a big one this month.
Well, and there's a few others. There's a few others as well. But I have to say our 40 under 40, we've been doing this many years. And this particular theme and concept in the photography this year is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, there are hours and hours and hours spent in this particular issue, and over a few $1 million in things that we have borrowed, all local, to provide some, props and accessories for this shoot. So, I mean, it's a multi-million-dollar shoot, and so it's phenomenal. This article is priceless to us. There's several others that you will absolutely enjoy. So like us on Facebook. Keep up with what's going on. I hope everyone has a fantastic 4th of July, a very safe 4th of July, of course. And I want to thank, Dr. Beck for being here with me this morning and it kind of help laying this out for us, because obviously it can be quite confusing. Anytime you get into legalities and, excuse me, politics, it's quite confusing. But we certainly hope that this article, when people read it, will be compelling, at least to kind of open up a dialogue. And I know Dr. Kummer is open for his patients. I can't imagine if someone didn't have questions about it himself, or at least a representative of ICE, being able to spell those things out for
Proof
him.
is in the pudding, right? The doctor's helping people get out of a wheelchair. I mean, that tells you something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good stuff,
Thank you,
Kelly.
Larry.
Dr. Harold Beck, nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
I think you're a friend on Facebook, by the way.
We probably are. I think so, too.
I think so. Kelly, thank you for bringing Dr. Beck in. That was great
thank
stuff.
you.
We'll be right back.
The rock and roll is gonna suit my soul. I don't care about no rock and jive. Just wanna be your man tonight. Oh, Cali, baby, what makes you look so good? Oh, Cali,
News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. No specific threat, but there is extra vigilance by law enforcement this 4th of July holiday.
ISIS has asked its followers using social media to